Hi CC family, it's Misty here, and I have the really great privilege of practicing with my friend Mar, who is a sophomore here at Colorado College. And this is going to be a brief practice, just a really simple practice for you to start the morning with, or to do between whatever tasks you might be up to during the day. Probably about 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm going to set my watch, so I'm telling you the truth about this. And Mar, you keep me on task too if you happen to notice that, you know, I can be kind of long-winded. So, so we're going to go no more than 30 minutes. So thank you for being here, and go ahead and come to a seated posture. Get a couple blankets or maybe a book or something to put underneath you so you can sit in easy pose here with your right leg in front of the left. Place your hands on your knees and just take a few breaths to let go of whatever the list of things that you need to do next is, and just be here now with the breath, with yourself centered here on the earth, and breathing in and out. Just paying attention to the breath. Relaxing the shoulders down, let the crown of the head rise up. And then bring your hands to the front of your knees, and you're going to kind of pull on your knees and let your back kind of arch. This is a seated cat-cow, so I can feel a nice stretch between my shoulder blades, and the belly's coming in because I'm exhaling when I'm here. And then on the inhale, I'm going to pull the heart through, shoulders come back, the chin looks up, and then exhaling again. So Mar's going to demonstrate the practice, inhaling and exhaling. You're good like that, yep. So as he inhales, his heart comes forward, shoulders are down and back, and then exhaling, the belly comes in, arching the back. So think about cat and cow if you know these practices. And do this 2 or 3 more times, inhaling and exhaling, making the breath move with the body. So the breath is in sync with the body, inhaling and exhaling. Good. And then Mar, let's do some Sufi circles here. So just coming in around in big circles, getting the whole upper body moving with the breath, and then go in the opposite direction. Good. Come forward, walk your hands forward, just get a nice little stretch in the low back here. And this is just a great pose to do anytime during the day when your low back is bothering you. It's a nice opening. Good. And then when you come back up, bring your right hand down to the earth, and then we're just coming to like a bridge pose. So I'm going to send my foot back, and my left leg is going to be out. I'm going to reach up and over like a gate pose instead of bridge. And bridge would be kind of hard already. Good. And then bring the left hand down, the right arm up and over. Good. And then release both hands down. Go ahead and sit back onto your heels. And then bring your hands behind you. Lift the knees up and get a little stretch in the ankle. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. That's it. Great. And then walk your hands forward. And then do some cat-cows here. So dropping the belly and then exhaling. The belly comes in. Really press between the shoulder blades. Inhaling and exhaling. Cat-cow. Good. Good. And then go ahead and sit back and come with the left leg in front, and we'll kind of do that on this side. So again, we'll do a little bit of that cat-cow seated, inhaling and exhaling, just moving with the breath, holding on to the front of the knees and really getting that nice stretch across the middle of the back there. You should feel that really between your shoulder blades. Good. That's it. And then some Sufi circles on this side. So you might notice that your hips are feeling this. Good. But see if you can get the whole body involved here, like the whole upper body. Just maybe use your hands to walk you around or hold on to the knees, either way, and then go in the opposite direction. Good. We're just kind of getting some synovial fluid into those joints especially if it's the beginning of the day for you. Good. And then walk your hands forward. Get that stretch on this side. For those of you that need a little bit more, you can actually walk your hands over toward the right. So whatever leg is in front, if you want more of a stretch on your hip, just walk your hands over to that side. Great. And then come back to center and walk your hands back up. Yep. And then we'll come into that side stretch. So sending that left foot back and the right foot out. Good. And go ahead. I like to lift my arms up when I just start this. It just feels good to have that nice side body stretch. Bring your right hand down. Your left, that's your left hand. Your left hand and your right arm reaches over. See if you can stack your shoulders on top of each other. Good. And then bring your right hand over. Left arm comes up and over. Good. And just get a nice foundation. So really press into your foot, that right foot. Notice that your knee is really rooted and you're straight up from the knee. So you're not sitting back or forward. Good. Release the hands down. Go ahead and come into those cat-cows here. So inhaling and exhaling. And maybe coming into some circles as you kind of move the body. Some barrel rolls, any kind of version of the cat-cow that you like to do. Just do that here. Good, just moving from side to side a bit. Good, good. And then sit back on to your heels, but tuck your toes under this time. So this can get pretty intense pretty quickly, but it feels really good. And if most of us don't do much with the soles of our feet, but they really need our assistance in opening up. So you want your toes tucked under, sit up nice and tall. Take 3 breaths here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Go ahead and walk your hands forward. Lift your feet up and just do some circles with your ankles. Maybe going both in one direction and then the other. Good. And then sit back. You can take your blankets or your pillow and extend your left leg out. Squeeze your right knee in. Good. So with this left leg extended, point your big toe straight up and think about bringing the pinky edge of your left foot back. So instead of it kind of being pointed, think about bringing that left edge back, and you might feel it a little bit differently. On the inhale, lift the right arm up, bring it behind you. Good. And then inhale, lift the left arm up and bring the right elbow to the outside of the right knee. Just give it a nice little twist here. Boy, that feels so good. Good. And then come back to center and just do a nice little easy counter twist. And then extend both legs out, shake it out, and bring the left leg over the right leg that's extended. Oh, actually, let's pull it in first. Yeah. So just pull that knee in, kind of give it a nice squeeze, sit up nice and tall. Good. And bring the left hand behind you. Did we bring our foot over last time, or did we leave it here?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, go ahead and cross it. Whatever you did last time, we're doing it on the opposite side. Good. So on the inhale, lift the right arm up And on the exhale, bring the elbow to the outside and give it a little bit of a twist here. Just a gentle twist, especially if it's first thing in the morning. You just want to be gentle with the body. Bring breath. Flex the foot, big toes pointing up, pinky edge of the toe is kind of pulling back. Great. Take a couple more breaths here. And then counter twist to the other side. Just really gently extend both legs out. Extend the arms straight up. So a nice tall reach here. Inhale. And on the exhale, come forward about 15 degrees, not too far. Keep the feet flexed back. And then come forward a little bit more. Good. And then as far forward as you want to go, you can hold on to your toes. If you, like most people say, I can't touch my toes, I can guarantee you can if you bend your knees enough. You can touch your toes. So hold on to your toes. And if this is where you are, that's perfect. It's great that you're practicing. And you can begin to walk your heels out a little bit at a time to get a little more length. Yeah. So you can stay here, you can drop your head down again, opening up that low back, especially practicing in the morning. You really want to get a nice stretch in the low back. Breathing here. Good. And then release your hands to either side. Walk yourself back up to seated. Bring your hands right beside your hips and feel your spine get nice and tall here. This is called stack pose. And it's really perfect alignment for so many yoga postures. So notice how your shoulders are right over your hips. Your hips are right in line with your knees and your ankles. And you're sitting perfectly still on the earth for 3 breaths. Close your eyes. Sit still and breathe. Great. Begin to make your way onto your hands and knees. And then come into a downward facing dog. Down dog is such an amazing posture for everything. So if you only have time to do one posture, come into a down dog. Good. All right. So we're going to go through a really simple sequence here. Inhale your right leg up behind you and draw it through for low lunge. Great. Drop the back knee down more. And on the inhale, extend the arms out and up. Beautiful. Bring your right hand and your left hand to the outside elbows and frame your head here. And maybe even support yourself to lean back a little bit. That's great. Breathe here, opening up. And then release the hands down to either side of the foot. And make your way back to downward facing dog, please. Great. Pedal it out. Yep. And when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Draw it through for low lunge. Drop the back knee down. So find yourself really stable here. Great. And then on the inhale, go ahead and extend the arms out and up. And then switch the grip. So if you had your right hand in front or right arm in front last time, switch it. There you go. And then maybe lift the heart. Lean back just gently, opening up to the day, opening up to what might be ahead for you. Feeling that openness in the heart and the body. Good. Release the hands down to either side of the foot. Downward facing dog. Good, and we'll do a couple more versions of that. So, Mar, lift your right leg up if you would and draw it through for low lunge. Drop the back knee down. On the inhale, reach the arms out and up. Good, now watch here as Mar's going to move his left hand forward and his right arm back into a nice, beautiful twist. Great. Balance. So if you feel a little off balance, you can walk your foot a little bit over so you've got a wider base. Inhale back to center. And bring the hands down, back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, Mar. Inhale, lift the left leg up and draw it through for low lunge. Drop that back knee down, and if you want to put a blanket underneath your knee for support, that feels really nice too. Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah. And again, give yourself a big enough foundation so that when you reach your arms out and up, you've got stability there. Perfect. Then reach the right arm forward and the left arm back. Smile at all your fans out there, Mar. Good. So breathing in, if you want a full twist, you can turn your head back toward that left arm. Great. Inhale back to center, and then bring the hands down and back to downward facing dog. Great. Take 3 breaths in down dog. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more version of this kind of low lunge, but this is going to be a high lunge. So inhale, lift your right leg up. Drop through for low lunge. Now instead of dropping his back knee, and if you want to drop your back knee, you can. Mar's going to lift all the way up to a crescent lunge. And he's going to exhale cactus arms. So the elbows are going to come back. The fingers are spread really wide. Kind of jazz hands here. We need some jazz for the day. Good. Hearts forward. The countenance is lifted. Beautiful, Mar. Good. Inhale, extend the arms up. Go ahead and bring the hands down, back to downward facing dog. Great. So take nice big breaths in between poses here, exhaling it out. And I like how Mar has his knees bent slightly, especially if it's early. You really want to keep your body opening little by little, not forcing it, but really moving with how the body feels. Bring your left leg up, Mar, on the inhale, and on the exhale, draw it through for low lunge. We're going to rise up to crescent lunge or high lunge. And on the exhale, the elbows come back. The heart shines forward. Beautiful. And you're breathing here. Nice big breaths, opening up to the day, opening up to what's ahead. Knowing you have everything you need and more for this moment. Beautiful. Inhale, extend the arms up. Send the hands down to either side of the foot, downward facing dog. Great. Pedal it out. Beautiful. Go ahead and come down to hands and knees. Sit back on your heels. One more time. Good. And just take a couple of breaths here. Ground back down. This is an important practice, especially in the morning, is grounding down. Feeling yourself on the earth. Feeling yourself present. So breathe here for 5 breaths. Maybe focusing your attention on 5 things that you're grateful for this morning practice. Gratitude. Great. When you're ready, come into hands and knees. This is called tabletop position. On the inhale, extend your right arm up and draw it through for thread the needle. So your right cheek is going to rest on the mat. You can walk your hand forward, the one that is above your head. Just walk it forward, see how that feels. Yeah. Nice little twist here. Really grounding. Great. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch sides, Mar. So bring your hand back and then extending up on the other side. Moving your props. Great. Draw it through. That's it. Yeah. So for those of you that are at a computer all day, which is most of us anymore, it's really nice to do these openings in the shoulders and to get some fluid there, and also to just send the awareness there and some gentle opening. How's that feel, Mar?
Really good.
Good, yeah. And you can work with either your hands face down, like Mar has one hand down and one hand up, or you can turn your hand down, the one that's turned up, Mar, the one that's threaded under, and it changes the pose pretty dramatically. You can lower the shoulder, that shoulder, you can lower it down. Just work with your own body, how it feels to get wherever you need the right amount of stretch here. Great. And then when you're ready, Mar, go ahead and bring your hands back and that arm just through. Yep, beautiful. And press back into a downward facing dog. And we will end our, as promised, short practice with some sun salutations. So walk your feet really slowly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Reverse swan dive up, all the way up. Beautiful. Hands to heart center on the exhale, so you're moving with the breath. Inhale, extend the arms up. Good. Hold on to the left wrist and just kind of give it a tug here. Lean over to your right, press your hips to the left. Good. Inhale back to center. Hold on to the right wrist. Reach up on the inhale and then lean, 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 lean. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Reverse swan dive up. Bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take 3 breaths here, breathing in. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feel the breath from your belly to your rib cage, all the way through the body. Good. One more sun salutation. Inhale, extend the arms out and up. This time bring your right hand down, your left arm just comes over. Good. Inhale back to center. And exhale, left arm comes down, the right arm reaches, 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 the hips press over. Inhale back to center, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time on the halfway lift. Inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great. So this is an abbreviated practice for the morning. Just a quick little thing to get the juices flowing. How you feeling, Mar?
Really good.
Good.
Grounded.
Good. So ground into your day. Know that you have everything you need and more for this moment. And thank you for practicing with us. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Namaste.
You just click the red button.